channel. Good morning to you all, and in the mood of all the morning going on about the man of God that just passed away, Senior Prophet TB Joshua, I'm making this video again because it's sad. Yesterday morning I was actually in shock, not because it's immortal, it's not supposed to die, but it just happened like that, like a movie. Because just the day before it, I learned he was doing a program, and it was really shocking to see that he passed, because he didn't look that sick or sick at all. But why I'm making this video too is for us to understand that we just lost somebody that I feel God sent to our generation. When I started ministry, before I was called into full-time ministry, I had several encounters with the angels, Spirit of God directed me, and the point I started having an encounter with various men of God that are very, very advanced, and we know a few of them. Amongst them who was Senior Prophet TB Joshua. And when I began to encounter him in Revelations, I used to get worried because he was always coming to encourage me to start my ministry. And I was like, why is this man coming to me? I had to even tell my father, and we had to pray about it. One time we were praying about it, I had an encounter again, and the voice of the Lord was speaking to me and said, you want me to do this and do that, and he's going to show me his son that was doing that. And then they showed me Prophet TB Joshua again. I was like, no, this man is known to be a Gothic man or a bad man around here. Tell me, is he a bad man? And of course, I was silent. They didn't answer me that question. And we kept praying, and I was still looking at him. He was caught close to me, and he smiled. And of course, they asked me to do what he was doing. He was doing charity. They just showed me how he was giving out things and monies, and then he was asked to give me money, and he said his money was finished, and then later on he gave me money. And when he was made to pass, I asked him again, this man, who is he? And I said, look at him properly. And when I looked at him, he turned old, and they said to me, that is Moses. You know, so I said, no, that is TB Joshua. He said, look properly. And when I stared at him, he turned to an old man with beards and long, like those images that we saw. And I was like, wow, it's true, he's Moses. We call him TB Joshua here. And he smiled at me and went to lay with his stick. An old, very old, ancient man. I went down to lay. And when he lay down, he turned back to TB Joshua and smiled at me. And I faced back the Spirit of the Lord that was talking to me, and then I was giving directions and instructions, and that was it. So since that time, I began to see him in different lights. I made my time one time to go to school, and really, this news is really sad, because from what God has used him to do, we would know that somehow, whether we like it or not, we have lost a great man of God who has been a tremendous blessing to our generation and generations to come. He has boosted people's faith. In as much as different stories about him, sometimes we have to really pray to understand who people are and what God can do through persons. God actually gives powers. God actually does miracles. Right now, my deepest condolences go to his family, to all his mentees, the pastors and evangelists under him, the prophets under him, and the whole church, and whole partners and friends of Squan. My deepest condolences go to Mantle TV. I really pray that God comforts us in this season and let us carry on with the assignment that he left and finish up with the labor of love in the vineyard of God. For now, my deepest condolences with you. Bye and shalom.